Hi guys, welcome to Westcliff Koi Pond. Sun's shining, wind blowing. Trying to feed the fishies, but they don't seem that keen on it at the moment. But they will have it. It seems like as soon as we move away, not only have they sort of sunken down a little bit, or a lot really, they seem to be skittish as well, seem to be frightened of us. I don't know why. But I think I might be taking this thing off today, the Bedouin tent. So that'll be fun. Because what I normally have to do, I have to put a scaffold board across the centre of the pond, and then put a pair of steps on it. So it's a little bit precarious, to say the least. So I think we'll get that down for the winter. Now the sun's off the pond, there's more darkness than sunlight. Plus it'll stop that squeaking. Because obviously during the winter, when the wind catches hold of this, it really flaps, it goes crack. And don't want to be keeping the neighbours awake, do we? At night time. So I just thought I'd put this little video on. Seems like everyone at the moment's all gone missing. Don't know where they've all gone. Everyone's keeping their heads down. A little bit frightened to raise their heads above the turret in case something else happens. I don't know what's happening. I ain't got a clue. Don't want to know really. So I'm best if I stay out of it. I've got no comments on the subject. And I think that's the best way to go. I think Vince put out a video yesterday. Well, we watched it, I think we watched it this morning actually. Out with his fry out the front. Good to see your front pond gone nice and green, Vince, what you wanted. And then he just casually walked out back. Didn't mention anything about the challenge between the two of us. He just casually walked out there and showed me that he's got his door lintel in, he's got his window lintel in, brickwork's nearly finished, and he looks very pleased with himself, and I don't blame him. It looks absolutely fantastic, Vince. Absolutely fantastic. Well, I'm not going to put anything on about my kitchen and where I'm at the moment. So I'll have to just keep you guessing whether I'm finished or not. I'm not really. Getting there though, still getting there. I've had so many interruptions. I think 3 weeks running we've been interrupted. Week 1 we was over at Essex Koi Keepers, they was doing their grow and show. Last weekend we was at the London Marathon. So that's another 2 days gone. This weekend, starting tomorrow, we're over to my daughter's. She's off with her husband on a golfing weekend. So we're there to look after the grandchildren. Can't call them babysitting anymore, they're not babies anymore. 11 and 9, not really babies, are they? They must probably look after us more than we look after them. They'll have to help me up the stairs now with my poor old knees. So, these boys are very slow. They all seem happy enough though. I tell you what an energy saving device I've found. I don't know about your one, Jamie, with your little reducer on your airstone. Look at my airstone, I've turned it off altogether. No, I've only turned it off for the video. But out of my garage, it used to be in the utility room, but when I redone the utility, we bought a new fridge freezer for the utility, and we put the old one out in the garage. That'll do. So put that in the garage, and I use that really as my beer fridge. But getting up in the morning, looking at that electric meter, it's on 85 pence. So I think a standing order for the electricity is 37 pence. So I'm thinking, how come we're on 85 pence? Nothing's on. Obviously got the pump running, filter running. So just couldn't work it out. So turn that fridge off outside in the garage. It's running at 5 pence an hour. That's a lot of money, 5p an hour. So I've turned it off. Last couple of mornings we've been getting up, and instead of being on 85, it's on 52. So that's quite a saving, isn't it? A couple of quid a week, so that's it. I'll just go without me beer. I'm going to have to drink the wife's gin and wine. Who wants to drink cold beer in the winter anyway? So anyway, I'm going to carry on with a little bit of what I'm doing indoors, and possibly pop back in and take this circus tent down. And hopefully I don't fall in. It's a little bit chilly in there at the moment. So I shall put you on pause and I'll pop back shortly. Right. Anyway, as I say, I was going to take this off this afternoon, but I think I might give it a miss. So it does look like a little bit like Billy Smart's circus from the other side. I'll take you over the back and let you have a look. Poor old grass, like I went too low on the grass and burnt it. Never mind. It'll recover. Does look like a little bit like Billy Smart's circus, doesn't it? But that'll be fine. So, boys have still got the hump. Well, they ain't got the hump, they just gone down on the bottom a little bit. I've been doing a little bit more in my little kitchenette, but everything's in flower again. Grapes are still on. Had a little portion last night, that was very nice. Yeah, so I've just done all the final little cuts on my tiles, all underneath the wall units, little tiny 20mm slivers. And yeah, it's come out quite well. So the wife said to me, she said, I'm going to have to do you a snagging list. Well, a snagging list, I'll tell you what, that brings back memories of a snagging list. Many, many years ago, when I was a boy, my sister came home with a new boyfriend. His name was Gordon. He was 6'6", skinny as a beanpole, and ginger. Well, there's nothing against ginger people, of course, but he was a little bit light in the head. He was a little bit simple, and he had no work. Mum went berserk. Mum done everything for her to get rid of Gordon because she knew he weren't really the man for her. But what did she do? She went and got herself pregnant by him, so they had to get married. How they was going to live, we don't know. She was pregnant, she couldn't work. Gordon couldn't work because he weren't all the ticket. My brother was a carpenter on a building site, and so he got Gordon a job as a labourer. So Gordon was on site a couple of weeks or a month or so, you know. But my brother getting told that, like, Gordon, like, they're finding Gordon standing up, just standing in the rooms doing nothing. He's just hiding, you know. and had a couple of complaints about him really doing nothing. So my brother said to him, Gordon, look, Gordon, you can't just stand there doing nothing, you know. If you've got nothing to do, he went, bloody hide yourself. Don't just stand in full sight. Hide, so no one can see you. So that was the end of that. So a few weeks later, as they was handing the flats over, before they hand the flats over, the surveyor goes round with someone from the site, and they do a snagging list. You know, this door needs easing, or a window needs easing, or whatever, and just, you know, a tile missing there, or tile needs replacing. And the snagging list used to come back through and go down to my brother, and then he had to sort out the snagging lists. So he got one of the snagging lists one day, and there was a tile to be done. There was a couple of doors to be eased in the flat. One of the door handles was stuck or whatever, catching somewhere. And one of the comments was, remove Gordon from the wardrobe. Evidently, the guy's gone up, opened the wardrobe door, and there's Gordon standing there smoking. Just hiding in the cupboard. So that's snagging list memories what come to me. Now, while we're on a joking subject, and I am joking, hope no one takes anything personal by this, I'd just like to give a shout out to Daz Shelton, Skeggy Pond, or as he's more famously known for, is Skegness Pond Supplies. I haven't used your business so far, Daz, but I dare say if I need anything, I will give you a shout and see how you fare. But hopefully I don't need anything. Hopefully these boys don't need any products over the winter. So I say, if anybody wants anything from Skegness Pond Supplies, give them a shout. I'm sure he'll be able to accommodate you. But also understand that you've got a little sideline going on, a second business. Well, I'd just like to say, Daz, to me you're a fine, honest, upstanding gentleman, and I believe every word you are saying. And the person who said that about you, I'll just tell him, a tissue of lies. And that's the end of it. But all I would say is, if you've got anything under the counter you can't get rid of, do us a favour, mate, send us one. A 12-inch, please, in pink. Oh, and I tell you what, can you send us a whip to go with it? Cheers, mate. No, so anyway, Daz, that is a joke. Please take it as a joke. No harm intended. So, look at him down there. Look, he's just looking at me saying, give me something to eat. I'll give you something to eat, you don't want it. I'll give you a lovely piece of melon. Have you eaten it? No. Look, you've had a couple of sucks out of it, and you've not finished it off. The more I think about it, I might get this up. I might take it down. I'm doing nothing else. I can't do no more in my kitchen for a minute until it's grouting time. So just, I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to set this up and see if I can get up there. Okay guys, well, I said I weren't going to do it, but I've changed my mind. It's coming down. So I'm going to walk over the plank, climb up my steps and start taking this down for winter time. So I'm going to hand this over to the wife to continue the video. And we'll see see how we go. We might be able to get a bit of view from round here, I don't know. No, the sun's in your eyes around there, it's no good. It will be black and white, won't it? So, here we go. Anyway, up I go. I don't think the comment could be worked out to hear me talking to it. Just hope that I don't fall in. Oh. 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 Me bit is just falling in the water. So, I shall go down and get another drill and another drill bit because my bit is just stuck in the water. So, I should just pause it here. We press the small red button again. Oh, my God. Right. Here we go again. Take two. Different drill. Another drill bit. Hopefully it's got the power to do it. Ooh. Come on, baby. Ooh. Yeah. That's that section down. Ooh. Pass that to my good lady. Throw that on the floor then. Oh. You can hear that flapping now. This is why it's got to come down. Through the winter that flaps like a good. Right. Just how we're going to have it. Right, just got to change another drill bit, so if we go on pause again, here we go. This feels like this screw's been a little bit rounded over. It's coming. That's two. Yeah. But the tricky bit is round the other side. I've got two screws round the other side. So we've got to move our scaffold board and go round the other side and take another two screws out. So, without further ado, we shall move the scaffold board and then get round the other side. So if we want to go forward for a moment, I'm going to walk around. So, as we can see, the scaffold board is not quite long enough. So, what we do, put a ladder on top of there. I've got more faith in the scaffold board than this ladder. I think this ladder might go to wallop. Ooh. We could get wet, guys. So you can see how saggy this has got. What with the rain, when the rain falls on it, it stretches it out. So it's all baggy and no good. So I've got there. Hopefully now, just get my steps, undo the mountain climbing bolt, and we should be done. Let me get a step. Oh, there we go. To the next one. Two gone. We're all down. Ready for winter. don't think we'll be putting that back next year. Seems too much of a bit of a hassle putting it up and down. But what I've seen is something like an onion sack. It's a very tight mesh which covers the whole lot. So it'll keep it in shape, but you can stretch it tight and affix it to the top. And I think that will do next year rather than putting this up. This is ridiculous. But that was quite a successful removal. I never fell in. All I've done was dropped in a drill bit. It weren't too bad. So, on that note guys, I think I'll wrap this one up and just say, oh, 5th jab's up now. 5th jab and flu jab, which I'm up for next week. So, keep safe, keep well, get your jabs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys.